Hello, my friends. So glad you're here with me tonight. I'm feeling very tender. I've been feeling very tender all day, and I want to acknowledge that. I think that a lot of us are kind of feeling this way now. I talk to friends who their sleep is very disrupted, or they just feel kind of a general malaise, or they just kind of want to sit and stare. And I think we're feeling a grief, and not just for one's self and one's own losses during this pandemic and the state of the world, but a collective grief. I mean, I think it's just so thick in the atmosphere that it just washes over us like waves sometimes, and that's all right. We need to acknowledge it. There's a wonderful poem by Rainer Maria Rilke, and there's a little snippet from it that goes, I want to unfold. I don't want to stay folded, because anywhere I am folded, there I am a lie. I want my grasp of things before you to be clear. And thinking about those words earlier made me realize that what I wanted to talk about tonight was tenacity, because that is the thing that kind of pulls us through in spite of logic and circumstances. There's a certain thread of tenacity that we cling to. And so I'm going to start, in fact, my first song here with the ultimate act of tenacity, which is childbirth. And I wrote this song for an organization that my friend Bliss Brown started several years ago called Ubu Mama. Ubu Mama is a beautiful Zulu word that means motherhood in the great and grand sense. And the organization was to help stop maternal death in isolated villages in South Africa. But maternal death happens here in this country as well. And there's always risk and there's always danger, and yet women still go on giving birth to children, young people, in spite of what us elders have prepared for them, people during the pandemic. So this song is a celebration of that strength and that tenacity, Ubu Mama. There's a part in it later for you to sing along with, and I'll let you know when it comes in. I did a concert for a live audience recently, and it was wonderful to have people there, but the frustrating part was that people couldn't sing. Whereas I know that some of you, because you tell me so, sing your heads off when you're watching these videos, which is great. But so I had this live audience who I had them sort of do murmur-alongs behind their masks. You know, I gave it to them at one point, and they're kind of going, that was the best I could get. But I took it, and I loved it. Out of the dark waters of the mother sea, we all have journeyed into this world of pain against all logic. Life comes churning. She who must carry us, bear us in time, must be cherished. Alike must know there are hands to catch her, tossed by the storm of birth. We will transform the earth. Out of the dark waters of the mother sea, we all have journeyed into this world of pain against all logic. Life comes churning. She who must fall to the rhythm and the call of her coming. She dances with hope and with death in the same breath. She honors the ancestors' courage, as we must honor now. Okay, this is your part. Someone sing, ooh, boo, mama, ooh, boo, mama, ooh, boo, mama, ooh, boo. Keep that up, and someone else sing, ooh, boo, mama, ooh, boo, mama, ooh, boo, mama. Keep those both up now against what I'm singing. Out of the dark waters of the mother sea, we all have journeyed into this world of pain against all logic. Life comes churning. Oh, we must take care of the mother. We must take care of each other. Ubu Mama. I hope you sang along on that one. Well, tenacity is a characteristic that could certainly be attributed to Amelia Earhart, who was a woman in the early part of the 20th century that decided to make a life in aviation. And aviation itself wasn't even taken seriously at that point, much less a woman being involved in it. And she wasn't the only woman. There were many women who went into aviation. She just happened to be the most famous and have the most support from her husband, who was a wealthy publisher and could underwrite her trips, her journeys. And a lot of the women, well, a lot of the men died in early aviation because really the only outlet was to go up and do these aerobatics, stunt flights, and the planes were so dangerous that they often crashed and people were killed. I don't even know what the numbers are, some vast amount of numbers. And yet there's that drive to get up there into the skies, this belief that we belonged there as much as we belonged on the ground. So I was writing music for a play about Amelia Earhart for a while. The play never happened, but this is actually the first tune that I ever wrote. And it's a tune, no words, because I was trying to think musically after reading about just how she wanted to fly more than anything else, what it felt like to Amelia to be up in the air. And so I came up with this little tune which I call Mealy's Waltz. Mealy was sort of an affectionate nickname from her family and loved ones. Mealy's Waltz. So in honor of Tenacity, I wanted to play this song of mine tonight for Amelia and for all of the human beings who sort of fly in the face of incredulity and logic and doubt and suspicion and go on with their lives and do amazing things. So many are doing that right now as I sing and you listen. Hop up on these wings of wonder, let us fly toward the sun. Deepest wells and highest mountains, we will know that all is one. Every creature winged and footed, every feature given free. There is no such thing as ugly when the heart can help the eyes see. Oh, hop up on these wings of wonder, do not be afraid to fly. I have waited for this moment, do not hesitate to cry. Fear will only kill your longing, make you hope for less than all. There is no such thing as fear when answering sweet mysteries call. On these wings of wonder, while they linger, while they stay, they are strength and they are power, they are soaring night and day. Oh, such magic, they grow stronger with each soul who's seen and known. They will not collapse or wither, though some people think they're all gone. No, no, no. On these wings of wonder, there is room for everyone. Wonderstruck and full of power, we can fly when work is done. Breathe a hand that holds it back, just reach on out and take it in. To be known as well as knowing is to live, to learn again and again and again and again and again. Hop up on these wings of wonder. 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 Hop up, hop up, hop up, hop up, hop up. Wings of wonder. So I wrote this song several years ago, 2011, because I have the date here in this notebook, and I wanted to sing this song because it's a song about the tenacity of birds, specifically the chickadee, which survives through the winter. But this particular chickadee that inspired this song, okay, I heard from a friend that an ornithologist friend of his had caught a bird. You know, they banned birds and then they would periodically catch them to follow the health of the flock and such. And so this ornithologist, this was a beautiful, cold winter, early December, way up in northern Minnesota, part of Minnesota. And so he catches this chickadee and he recognizes it because he banded it 11 and a half years earlier. This chickadee was 11 and a half years old, and he released it, back into the wild. So who knows? It may still be out there. Anyway, he said to my friend, "This must be the oldest chickadee on Earth." At which point, I called a friend of mine who did a news program on a public radio station in Minneapolis, and I said, "This is the kind of stuff you should be doing news about, for heaven's sakes, not this awful other stuff." And first Dale said, "Well, only if the chickadee murdered somebody or robbed a bank." And so we had a laugh about that. And then he said, "Listen, if you write a song about the oldest chickadee on Earth, I'll do a story on it and interview the ornithologist." So I couldn't resist that. And I was thinking about it a while, and the oldest chickadee on Earth, and I just kept seeing sort of like the old circus, the wonders of the world kind of thing with the wacky sign and the kind of thing. So I came up with this, which I call the oldest chickadee on Earth. They've seen the tattooed ladies and the torso-bonded twins. They've poked their heads beneath the hoods, hiding deviant scenes within. They've seen it all with guts unclenched, a smidgen too of mirth. How then to reconcile the oldest chickadee on earth? The oldest chickadee on earth, they're flocking to his cage in hopes he has some tips to share, advice both stern and sage. But though they wait with bated breath, his beak so far is sealed. His avian epiphanies have yet to be revealed. We've seen a snake devour a pig, the mantis chomp her mate. The oily politician rise from lies to potentate. Anomalies may titillate, and freaks for all they're worth just simply cannot trump the oldest chickadee on earth. So bring him seed of sunflower and praise his graceful age, and praise the ornithologist with his means to clearly gauge. It might just be that we anthropomorphize, but mayhap the oldest chickadee on earth just wants a little nap. Yes, the oldest chickadee on earth just wants a little nap. The oldest chickadee on earth. That's sort of a world premiere to sing that song for you. Well, we do these Wednesday evening musicales, and I want to kind of do my last couple of songs and just get into it. So I just want to mention that my friend Sally Rogers and I will be doing another concert together at the end of the month, Saturday, September 26th, with the Vanilla Bean right here in Pomfret, Connecticut. It'll be a virtual concert, so stay tuned for that. And then I'm also in early October, first Sunday in October, a guest on the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, one of several, David Amram, Ann Hills, I'm not sure who all else. And then in the meantime, I'll be doing these musicales. Always, as always, there's a virtual tip vessel at my website, claudiaschmidt.com, and all my old videos and all of my recordings, and they all live there. So if you feel like visiting, that would be lovely. I guess this involves the tenacity of a song. I talked in a previous program about, prodigal songs that kind of, as far as I'm concerned, they've kind of moved off into the distant past, but they come back to dog me later on. And this particular song was starting to get written in the 90s, or maybe the early aughts. It was when we were kind of busy ransacking Iraq. I think this was right around the time of the bombing of Fallujah. And I started writing this song, and then I just sort of lost track of it. Life got chaotic. And then after the elections of 2016, suddenly the song went, "Hey, I'm over here!" So I got it out, and I finished it up, and it seems very timely for now. And it doesn't just speak to one leader, it speaks to sort of a global phenomenon, a growing kind of kleptocracy that's on a worldwide level, and a desire to bring it back to the people. This is called Letter to Our Leaders. My body's not your empire, subject to your careless rule, as you revel in your righteousness and play us for the fools. You stand there with your cigarette, one hand on the button, one little puff and one little push, and we could all be nothing. Yeah. My country's not your clubhouse to be trashed by all your boys and the girls who give away their wits for the power and the toys. Well, evil is a tricky word. It serves us all quite well as we labor to negotiate our heaven and our hell. Oh, my thoughts are not collectibles to be traded at the fair, as you hide behind your x-ray lens to determine market share. Oh, you stand there with your holy book and you make your grim decree. It this is what you wanted to. It does the same for me. My world is not your porno flick to be viewed and cast aside at your narcissistic orgy of consume until you die. Where you stand in fragile victory as you lie to hold your place. When your towers start to crumble, you'll be gone, 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 gone without a trace. Body, my country, my thoughts, oh, my world, our bodies, our country, our thoughts, oh, our world, our bodies, our country, our thoughts. And it's our world, it's our world, yes, it's our world. Give it back, it's our world. Sincerely. Well, around 1905, a woman was born named Ella Baker. Yeah, she would have been about 17 years old when the 19th Amendment passed. She was out there already a suffragist at the age of 17. Way, way later in the year 1964, around the Voting Rights Act, guess who was right in the middle of it? Ella Baker, still fighting for equal rights, still fighting for equality and justice. So Bernice Johnson Reagan took some of Ella Baker's words and turned them into this song, which is so good for right now, and I want you to sing with me. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Sing that with me. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Until the killing of black men, black mothers' sons is as important as the killing of white men, white mothers' sons. Sing it now. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. Ooh, we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Yeah, the thing that touches me most is that I had a chance to work with people, passing on to others that which was passed on to me. Yeah, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. Now we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. To me, young people come first. They have the courage where we fail. And if we could but shed some light as they carry us through the gale. Woo-hoo, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. The older I get, the better I know that my secret of going on is when the reins are in the hands of the young who dare to rush into the storm. Yeah, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. Yeah, we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Not needing to clutch for power, not needing the light just to shine on me. Well, I wanna be one in the number as we rise against tyranny. Yeah, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Now I'm a woman who speaks in a voice, and I must be heard. Well, at times I can be quite difficult. I will bow to no man's word. Here we go now. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom till not rest until it comes. Once more. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Tenacity over mendacity. Liberation over subjugation. Take care, be strong, and I'll see you again soon. Good night.